doing a lesson on bonding, and they're on their second type of bonding, which is called covalent. They've already mastered ionic bonding. They will be doing stations throughout the room. A couple of them they'll be doing physical experiments, and then we'll be responsible for drawing the structures of the reactants and drawing the structures of the product, so what was formed in the end. And then be able to decipher whether it was ionically bonded or covalently bonded. Scientific inquiry snowballs. It gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and every component is dependent on the one they just learned prior to this one. So they're able to grow and add, so by the end of the year they're able to not only understand and display their understanding of the concepts, but they can justify it or analyze it or discuss why it's this versus that. And to get there, you start small and big.
Inquiry is a small word that covers a huge number of different skills. So, for example, inquiry includes the ability to generate scientific questions, generate hypotheses, generate methods of testing those hypotheses, analysing results, and ultimately being able to communicate the findings of the inquiry process.
The unit that we're working on is the solar system and how we learn about what's going on out in space and in other planets. A lot of the time, one of the questions that comes up is, how do we know what it's like on other planets if nobody's ever been there? So we're starting to look at some of the ways that scientists could test other kinds of substances that aren't here on Earth. And one of those ways is to classify its pH. Some of the things that we're interested with children learning scientific inquiry are things like asking good questions, being able to find out what sources they could answer their questions from, whether it would be looking it up or asking an expert, or whether it's an appropriate question to investigate your own self. The reason that we ask students to use scientific inquiry in class is because that's what scientists do. The process of answering and asking questions is what science is. One of the reasons that I love teaching science is because the students come in with preconceived notions and really check them out. And when they start to question their own ideas about things and to refine their ideas, that's what learning is, and that's really exciting to see.